Everybody. Fruit and yogurt. Fruit snacks, they're delicious. I can't stop eating. That's all I've done in Daleville is eat. Kind of crazy. But it's good. I needed it. So, yeah, 0 day. I woke up this morning and I actually walked to Cracker Barrel. It's like a mile walk or something. And then when I was sitting in Cracker Barrel, Mr. Joe Fisher, habitual offender, he was actually there. He messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm in Daleville. You at Super 8? What time you want to eat lunch?" I'm like, "I'm eating all day, so feel free to come over to Cracker Barrel." So Mr. Joe Fisher came over to Cracker Barrel, actually bought my breakfast there, and then he brought me this drawing that Spencer Pritchard did for me. Pretty awesome. He like screenshotted a part in my video when I was doing Grandfather Mountain. Pretty nice drawing he did. So thank you, Spencer, for that. And then Billy Miles, habitual support team member, he actually put me up in this room for the night. So yeah, my stay in Daleville has been Hawk support team galore, and I appreciate it. Let me see who's all here. I say I haven't really done much of anything today. Just pretty much resting, eating. That's about it. I plan on heading back out on trail in the morning sometime. Probably not super early, but it's 57 miles to 57 miles to Glasgow, and then I'll resupply in Glasgow. That's like as soon as you come over to James River Footbridge. And then I'll get some food there to get me the rest of the way to Waynesboro, where the start of the Shenandoahs is. So yeah, when I leave out here tomorrow, pretty much 3 days. I could probably do it in 2, but I think I'm going to stretch it out to 3. I'm going to leave here about 9 or 10 in the morning. And then, yeah. And then I'll just mosey my way to Glasgow. B. Dickinson, what's happening? Freedom Rider. Spencer Pritchard, thank you for that drawing, my friend. That is very sweet, and I appreciate you. Eddie Lau, afternoon, folks. Fitz family constrictors. Every time the like button is hit, another mile is made. Oh, here we go. B. Dickinson. So you're going to carry that drawing on the rest of the trail? No. Actually, I didn't even take it with me. They're going to send it to a P.O. box in Elberton, so it'll be nice and safe when I get back to all my belongings. Benjamin Dees, what's happening, buddy? Thanks for hooking it up yesterday when I got to town here in Daleville. Three Little Pigs restaurant and a night at the Super 8. Man, I appreciate you, Benjamin. That was perfect. Rob Brands. Looking strong and healthy, Hawk. Looking forward to seeing you in PA if your schedule allows it. I'm pretty sure I'll make my schedule allow it, Mr. Brands. See you and Michelle, that'd be great. Jim Dickey, what's happening? Julie Gayhart, Jester. Mary Ellen. Says, hello, Hawk, you're moving right along, brother. Yeah, I mean, I could be going a little faster, but I think I'm in chill mode now. I think my brain is like, I don't know. Some days when I want to like do a big mile day, I might, but I think most time I'm just going to start hovering around the 20 mile mark. I've said that before, and look what happens. I start cranking out bigger miles, but yeah, mentally I'm like ready just to go to like 20s every day. Alicia Bales family. What's up, Bales family? Thanks for following along. June Addington. Since you've hiked the Smokies north to south and south to north, which way do you think is the best way to go? I think probably if you were just going to go do the Smokies, I think going north to south might be the way to go, because when you start at Fontana, going northbound to the Smokies, you start at Fontana, then you climb up, and the second half of the Smokies, after Clingman's Dome, it's the easier part of the Smokies. The northern part of the Smokies is easier. So what I would do is start at Fontana and get the hard part out of the way, and then just cruise the rest of the way through the Smokies. But that's the way I would probably do it. But it don't matter. Either way you do it, it's pretty nice. I would do it both ways if you could. Yo, the Smokies. Eric Roberts, what's happening? Steve Stone, thank you for breakfast the other morning. I think it was, 2 mornings ago? I appreciate that, my friend. McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and a coffee drink. Perfect. It's perfect. Trail Walker, I'm staying awake in Germany just to say hello, Hawk. What's up, Trail Walker from Germany? Appreciate you being here. Tina Trimble, tell Bob and Bobby I said hi. John Miller, I'm looking at your Pay Assist trip, enjoying it. Thanks as always for the extra effort and sharing. No problem, John Miller, and I will see you in Connecticut, my friend. CP Twin 2 Runner, seems like this through hike you are more laid back, relaxed than other through hikes, enjoying the journey more. Yeah, I mean, I'm in not a huge rush, so I can just chill the rest of the way. 20s to me is like my sweet spot. A 20-mile day is like perfect. So that's what I'm going to try to hover around. Just right around 20s. If I got to go a little farther, a little shorter, then so be it. But yeah, like, because if I'm at 20 miles and I'm down in this hole in like a valley, and I've got no cell phone service, if I could just climb up to the ridge and camp, if it's nice, to get service, to get video out, well, that's what I'm going to do. Because I like camping on ridges, for one, especially when the weather's good. And the service is up on the ridges, not down in holes. So, yeah, most campsites or shelters are down in the gap, I guess. And there's not very good cell phone service at those gaps. So, yeah. I like to get up top and camp on ridges where you can get sunrises and sunsets easier, and yeah. Dragon's Adventure hopefully hit Harper's Ferry around the 20th. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna hit Harper's Ferry. I think I'm 2 weeks probably. That's what I would say. Maybe less. Probably less. Amy Page says, hi, Hawk. That song for Katie was so very sweet. All the best for you. Yeah, I don't know. I was hearing that song at the campfire, it just made me think of Katie. So I'm like, let me record a little bit of this. Jesse, 350. I smell a yo-yo. That's hilarious. B. Dickinson, you're averaging 20 even with your days off. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere around there. I don't even know. Today's day 39. And I'm at 730 miles, so whatever that averages out to be, 730 divided by 39. It's not quite 20. Skip James, what's happening? Tell Donna I said what's up. Or hi, Donna, so you're probably watching. AJF, Joe Fisher, thank you for breakfast this morning at the Cracker Barrel and drive me around so I could find the spam singles. That was perfect. Oh, and he bought my spam singles too. Thank you, Joe Fisher. Appreciate you. And he's the one that actually brought that drawing that Spencer did for me. So, pretty awesome. Billy Miles, hey Hawk, good to see you as well. Are well rested and well fed. Any news about the Peters Mountain closure? I haven't heard anything yet. I'm giving a call, Angels Rest. Maybe right after this. I called them 2 days ago and asked if they knew anything more, but they haven't. They have no idea yet. The ATC is supposed to be calling Angels Rest when they open up that little 20-mile closure part. But who really knows? I wish they'd just hurry up and open it up. I'm so close right here that I could zip back, bust it out, and come, not really, yeah, it wouldn't inconvenience anything really too much. But who knows? It was supposed to be open like April 1st, and then they bumped it out another week, and so who really knows when they're going to open it? Margaret Weems, hey Hawk, great videos and stay safe. Thank you. Neil Hunsing says, what's up, Hawk? You should be passing Quicksand and Taylor soon. Any idea when you will be in Waynesboro? Waynesboro, I don't have, all my stuff's on my phone, like my Gut Hooks app, and my pictures of the guidebook are on my phone too. So if I had to guess, Waynesboro will be, what's today? Today's what, Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I should be in Waynesboro Thursday, Friday. That's what I'm guessing, if I'm thinking correctly. CP Twin 2 runner. Are you running into a lot of Nobos? Yeah, so actually right here in Waynesboro right now, I just left the Mexican restaurant because Einstein, a guy that started at Springer, I met him last year in Mass. He was doing a section. Anyways, he started at Springer. He had 2 months. He was going to try to get here, and he made it to McAfee Knob today. So I just left the Mexican restaurant. They're having like a little dinner, and there's got to be like 18 thru hikers in that Mexican restaurant right now, having a little party for Einstein. Even Fresh Ground's there. So yeah, we took the whole back room of the restaurant up with like nothing but dirty, smelly hikers. And Fresh Ground, he stinks too, but whatever. Yeah, so and we covered the whole side of that restaurant, and yeah, there's a lot of me around me right now. There's probably 20, but we're kind of spread out within. There's some that are 20 miles back, some that are 15 miles ahead, some that are right here. So we're a little spread out, but the big bubble is behind for sure. And yeah, they're coming quick. Eddie Lau said, I think he's already ahead of Taylor. I don't think I am ahead of Taylor yet, but I'm not sure. She delays her videos, so it's kind of hard to tell. But she's pulling some pretty big miles, so I think she's ahead of me if I had to guess, but I'm not positive. And when people are doing 20s to 25s every day, it's hard to catch those people. Like, they'd have to zero. Yeah, when people are doing bigger miles and you're doing big miles, it's just trickier to catch them. But I'm not trying to catch anybody. They're doing what they're doing, and I'm doing what I'm doing, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she's right ahead of me. Tropic says, big miles makes me smiles. Yeah, they do. They do me too. Following Walker's World, what's happening? John Miller said, I missed the first 5 minutes. Did you say anything about after Katahdin this year yet? No, I didn't. James Thompson, what's happening? Tom Bernheimer Jr., what's up, Hawk? Sitting at Uncle Johnny's right now, heading for Hot Springs in the morning. Awesome. Tell Charlotte I said, what's up? I miss her. Prez Head, what's up, Hawk? What's happening? Raina Newton, happy trails. Well, thank you. Wes, did you say your tent was the Plexamid or the Hexamid? Enjoying the journey. My tent is the Z-Pax Plexamid. Dreamcatcher, hey Hawk, just want to tell you how much I'm enjoying the past week's area you've been filming. Looks great. Thank you so much for sharing, and have a great hike. Well, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed the last week's areas too. I mean, we had the Virginia Triple Crown there. It was pretty awesome. Audie Murphy Monument. Yeah, actually every day I think we get something cool. So now when I leave out of Daleville, it's kind of like the monotonous for a couple days, but whatever. You can't have views every single day, all day long. Not on the AT anyways. Brant Taylor, I'm loving the videos. I watched all of 2020. It seems like you're flying this year. Well, I'm going a little bit faster this year because, well, we're not doing a dog's pace. The first half of my hike last year, I was hiking with Katie and the dog, PR, Mr. PR, and we were doing what PR wanted to do. So once you bring a dog out here, it's the dog's hike. So yeah, we slowed our roll way down just for PR, and it was fun. It was fun doing shorter days, but I like doing bigger days too. It's a battle with me, like. Yeah, I like both. Big days, little days. I like 0 days. I love 0 days. But, yeah, I mean, I'll mix it up, I'm sure. Okay, let me go back here. Millie Hayes, what's up? Tell Rich I said hi. We're giving a big hug. She says, hey, Hawk, we were enjoying your hike. Our palms were sweating watching you on top of Dragon's Tooth. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little sketchy going up there and like standing at the top and like trying to spin all the way around with that wind blowing. It was like, man, this might not be the best idea. But I knew there was people like right behind me, just in case I did take a little spill. Somebody would be there pretty quick. I mean, I passed like 4 people coming up to Dragon's Tooth. And I asked them all if they were going there, and they said, yeah. So, I mean, somebody would have found me pretty quick, I guess, if I would have took a little tumble, but I didn't, and it was good to go. And I love Dragon's Tooth. It's just, I think the more times I go up there, the more sketchier it gets. But at least the rocks were dry. If the rocks weren't dry, I probably wouldn't have went up there because, yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy when you're standing right on the point of that rock. Tina Trimble, have you met Elizabeth Perch on the trail? I don't think I have. I really don't. Julie Gayhart Jester says, Hawk, do you ever have any aches and pains, sore feet, etc.? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can come out here and do this without having aches and pains and sore feet, but for the most part, my legs are like solid. They hardly ever bother me at all. And when they do, it's just for like a second. Like when I was in the middle of Virginia Triple Crown climbing up to McAfee Knob, I loaded up with a bunch of water because I thought I was going to camp right up there. And then I just decided to push to Tinker Cliffs. But anyways, when I was loaded down with water, yeah, I had a little bit of like, just a couple steps. That's the weird thing about it. Like as soon as I feel some like pain, like in my knee, for example, going up Tinker Cliffs, I had this little like twinge in my knee just for like a couple steps. I'm like, ooh. So I stop and I massage it out for a second or two. And then I'll take a couple more steps. And if it's still doing it, I'll massage a little more. But yeah, that was just a quick, maybe 10 steps is all that lasted. And then it went away. But I've noticed, like just the last week or so, like right, my foot, okay, right here, but on the top side of my foot, when I'm sleeping, and I like move my toes or like stretch them out at night because I like to like move my toes up and down to stretch out the tendons or whatever in my feet. But there is a little sore spot in there where like the end of my toe hits the ball or whatever it is, that little spot. And it's been sore for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. It's never sore when I'm hiking. It's just sore when I'm laying in my tent and I'm like I move my foot a certain way. It's like, ooh. But that too shall pass. It happens almost every year. But other than that, I mean, the normal aches and pains, like from doing a big day and getting up early again and trying to do it again, it's just, It's normal, nothing major though. If it was something major, I would be like taking time off trail and trying to let it heal itself, I guess, or do whatever I need to do. But I try to listen to my body as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I do have aches and pains. James Thompson, hey brother, you keep the dream alive, man. I'm counting the day until my son and I hit the trail. It won't be through hike, but we plan to hit Harper's Ferry and hitting a section of the AT from there. Yeah, you don't have to. Through hiking is just a label. As long as you're out there, day hiking, section hiking, weekend hikers are hikers. It doesn't matter. Yeah, through hiker it's just a label. We're no different than anybody else. We just have more time, and we've decided to do it all in one stretch. That's the only difference between a through hiker and a day or a weekend hiker or whatever. They're all the same. We're all climbing up the same mountains. We're all getting water from the same spot. We're all sleeping in the same situations. So yeah, have fun out there. Mitch Thompson, what's happening, buddy? Hey, Hawk, been a while. Sorry I missed you in Gatlinburg this year, but if you come back through and want another cabin, hit me up. Hope you're doing well. I always love a cabin when I'm in Gatlinburg. That place was sweet. I remember that. That was like 3 stories. I forget the name of it. Anyways, that was awesome. Thank you, Mitch. Those cabins are nice. Melissa Booth, watching you climb those rocks, I was yelling at the TV, be careful. That's funny. Yeah. Thinking out loud, has anyone given you any bananas, oranges, or apples yet? Every now and then you need a little vitamin C in your natural fruit. Yeah, I usually, when I come to town, I usually grab bananas too. But yeah, people have gave me bananas and little cuties. They call them little tangerines. Yeah, they're great out here, but to carry them out of town, they're heavy. So when I get to town, that's when I'll eat my fruits, but I'm not carrying fruit out there. It's just heavy. John Miller says, the beard will be ready for the Kathy Fails trim when you get there. Yeah, it's getting pretty long. DW, hey Hawk, what's happening? Voodoo, hey man, did a stretch on the AT this week, Diggs Creek to Winding Stairs, spent a while at Kilby Creek looking for your Oakleys, no luck. Yeah, they're way downstream if they're in there. Well, I know they're in there somewhere, or somebody else found them, but they would have had to go downstream to get them, because that thing was flowing when I lost them in there. Marjorie, you're the best. Feels like I'm there on trail with you. Well, thank you. That's kind of like, that's the kind of feeling I like to get when I'm watching other people do YouTube. Like, ooh, I want to feel like I'm there. All right. Edmund Tonga, met him in Woodstock in the Whites. Okay, he says the AT, aka Hawk's Backyard. After using the Be Free and the Sawyer Squeeze, do you have a solid preference? I don't know. They're both great. Speaking of that, I need to clean out my Be Free. I need to I guess you rinse it in the water and rinse it out. I haven't cleaned it out yet. I've been using it this whole time. I don't know. They're both great. Depends on what you want out of a filter, I guess. If you want something to just screw on top of your water bottle, the squeeze is the way to go. But the flow rate on the Be Free, it's hard to beat that flow rate. That it's got great flow. So, I don't know. I would almost have to say, I think the Sawyer does more water, like more gallons it filters before you got to replace it. But I don't know. It's hard to beat the Sawyer Squeeze, but it's nice trying out the Be Free. And I'm kind of I like the Be Free just because of the flow rate. But the convenience factor of the Sawyer Squeeze, you really can't beat it. I mean, you don't have to have a bag. You don't have to squeeze anything. Yeah, I mean, you got to squeeze the water into your mouth, but you don't have to squeeze a bag, fill up a bottle. I don't know. I like both. Either one will work just fine for me. Uh, yeah, I mean, after using the Sawyer for so long, I do kind of miss it. I'm not gonna lie, because it's so easy. But I notice my bottles are lasting longer because I'm not like squeezing the bottle all the time. Yeah, they're both good. Let me go back here. Let me see. Okay. Michael West, any view is a great view. Thanks, brother. No problem. John Miller, I don't think there's anything you could call a little fall from Dragon's Tooth. Well, I mean, Tinker Cliffs, I think you might fall farther from Tinker Cliff or McAfee Knob. So, I mean, I'm not planning on falling on any of these view spots, but I do assess the situation. Like, if I did fall, like, how far would I fall before I hit the ground and bounced? You know what I mean? And would anybody ever see me? I guess it don't matter anymore because I've got my inReach. I can just pop that SOS button off if I really had to. But my footing is solid. I wouldn't go up there if I wasn't comfortable. And yeah, it's not a little fall from anywhere out there, but yeah, I'm good with it. D. O'Connell says, "Hey Hawk, I finished the Massachusetts part of the trail yesterday. All day hikes Connecticut to Vermont. That's awesome. That's sweet. All day hikes. Yeah, get to go home and sleep in a bed every night. That's nothing wrong with that." James Burke, "Hey Hawk, have you ever done the Connecticut challenge on the trail?" No, I haven't really done any challenges on trail, like the 4 state challenge. Well, I've done the half gallon challenge, but that's food related, and anything to do with food is good in my book. But no, I don't really do any challenges. I've never done the 24-hour challenge, never done the 4 state challenge, never done the 24, 24, 24 challenge. Yeah, the only challenge I've done is the half gallon challenge. So I don't know. I just don't see the point in. I've said this a couple times, like pushing like the 4 state challenge. Then the next day you're probably gonna zero or Nero, which is kind of counterproductive. If you just do 225s, you went farther, you feel better. I don't know. The challenges have never really like lit up my brain. Like, ooh, yeah, let's do that. You know, it's like it's just not something that I'm like real concerned about. But people do it and they have a great time doing it. But I'm not. Yeah, it's not really for me. I like to do big mile days in tough situations, like tough terrain. Where most people, if you're watching and you don't know the trail, most people wouldn't know the tough terrain that I do those big miles in. But Tom Bernheimer got here late. Where are you at right now? I'm in Daleville, Virginia, on my 0 day. To laugh and loud, Eddie Lau, just got the 6 Moon carbon umbrella that you use. Man, I'm loving it. Yeah, that thing is awesome. And for being 8 ounces, or whatever it is, I think it's less than 8 ounces. That thing is pretty durable, to be honest. I was surprised for as lightweight as it is, how durable it is. Yeah, I like that umbrella. Melissa Booth, are you planning on hiking more this year after Katahdin, Sobo, or another trail? I am planning on hiking more after Katahdin. It's going to be another trail. But I'll wait till I get a little closer to spill the beans on all that. But my plans are to go, another long hike right after Katahdin. So, but we'll see. I gotta get this one done first. Keith Smith, Yo Hawk, I really love your videos, especially day 25. Glad you're doing well. 25, I don't remember day 25, I guess. I forget where I was at. CPT Twin Runner 2. Anything unusual happen on this hike so far? No, I guess not. Nothing too unusual. No, it's been pretty similar, different in different ways, but it's Yeah, nothing too unusual that sticks right into my brain. Yeah, I don't know. Carol Witten, you didn't slip or slide in Acadia, so I don't think as much about it when you were rock climbing. Yeah, yeah, the Precipice Trail in the middle of winter, that was sketchy. Now, I won't go out on like when I did the winter hike when I was driving up to Maine. I stopped at McAfee Knob and did that day hike up to McAfee Knob. I wasn't going out on that knob. It was nothing but ice. I mean, I assess the situations before I just go jumping up on these edges. But you know, I'm trying to be as careful as you can be out here. But I like getting right on the edges, so it's something that you guys are gonna have to deal with because I like going right there on the edge. Pamela Paxton, hey, how are you today? I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good. Josh Charles, hey, born and raised in Sturgis, Michigan. Nice. Love the videos. Keep them coming. I was born and raised in Sturgis, Michigan as well. I'm kind of glad I'm out of there, to be honest. I miss, there's certain people I miss back home, but as far as like, yeah, I guess I miss a little bit of it. But yeah, there's better places to be, that's for sure. Janice Price, when my husband hears your theme song come on every morning, he knows it's time for coffee and the morning to begin. Thanks for sending out such positive vibes on your videos every day. No problem, Janice. I appreciate it. Appreciate you following along. And I know the next couple days, once I leave Daleville, it might be a little trickier. I know I've said this before, and I still get them out, but I'm going through a spot like around Glasgow. Unless I go into Glasgow, there might be a couple days where I can't get them out overnight, and I'll try to get them out the next day. But you know, if I can't get them out that day, trust me, everybody, I'm working to get a plan to get them out. So I get them out as fast as I can. If I don't get them out at 5 a.m., they're coming out as soon as I possibly can get them out. Trust me. Rhonda Barnett, LMT. My friend Rob and I have been watching you since the start. I'm a trail runner, so I'm very excited to try hiking. We are going to do a hike through on the River to River Trail in September. Nice. A trail runner. Yeah. I see a lot of trail runners out here on the AT. It's pretty cool. Actually, there's the trail runner in 2018 going northbound. It's the guy who ran right by me coming into the border of New Hampshire, like Norwich area, and then you walk into Hanover. It was like 4 miles of trail where this guy just like kind of ran past me. I'm like, And I was out of food, so I jogged with him all the way to Norwich with my backpack on. He's like, holy cow, I've never seen anybody jog like that with a backpack on that long. I'm like, well, you were setting a good pace, and I wanted to get to Norwich quicker to get some town food. Oh, when I did Bond Cliff, I was behind that trail running, that lady trail running, and she had a good pace too. And I ran that whole Bond Cliff out to Bond Cliff and with her, and that was pretty fun. So, but it's trickier running down trail with a backpack. I really don't recommend it. It's a little trickier. Kelly Spencer, hikers are hikers. Agreed. Yeah, that's for sure. Rhonda Bennett, LMT. P.S. How in the world do people know where you are and what you might need on the trail? Well, people know where I'm at because of my Garmin InReach. If you go to my website or in the About section of YouTube on my channels, like you go up to the top where it says channel or video about, blah, blah, blah. Just keep swiping over to go to About. There's a link in that About section for my Garmin InReach. That's how people know exactly where I'm at. That, and I don't delay any of my videos. So everybody knows right now I'm in Daleville, and they know yesterday I arrived in Daleville because of my videos. And they probably know when I leave Daleville, I'm probably going to do anywhere from 20 to 25 miles every day. So they just like, they figure it out or they track me down. And as far as knowing what I need, what I might need on trail, I think they just guess. And it's like, snacks are always good. But Yeah, even just coming out to say, hey, it's good enough for me. You don't have to bring me none. Kathy Fails, what's happening? Give Scott a big hug for me. CPT Twin Runner 2. Have you ever night hiked? Yes, I did. I've night hiked quite a bit, but I don't like to night hike because it's hard to film the trail when you're hiking in the dark, and I can't show everybody everything. So I try not to night hike too much. I know, what was it? It might have been on my Yo-Yo 2019. I night hiked into Harper's Ferry. I mean, I don't mind night hiking at all. It just messes with the video because you can't see anything except for like a spot of light on the trail. It's like, oh yeah, this is great. If you want to hear me rambling, then I'll start night hiking, and that's all you're gonna hear is me talking, I guess. So I don't know. I don't mind night hiking. I actually like it, but you can't do any filming really. I mean, you can't. Yeah, you can't film the trail at night. B. Diggins says minor falls can be huge if you land wrong. Yeah, that's for sure. Katie, there she is. Okay, here we go. She says, question. So would you hit the SOS button before you fall, during, or after the bounce? Probably after the bounce. I would try to find that SOS button, but it's all good. I don't plan on falling, and if I do, I mean, what can you do? I mean, I'm not gonna live in fear. But yeah, that's a good question. I would hit it after probably the bounce, maybe after the second bounce, depending on how high I fall from. That's funny. D. O'Connell, after finishing Mass, I blue blazed to a road rather than using a shelter or site so I could do the last 4 miles in the morning in Salisbury. I feel like a slacker. No, no matter what you're doing out there, you can do whatever you want. Keith Carper, seen Fresh Ground. Yeah, he's in the restaurant right here in Marion, the Mexican restaurant right now. Jim Dickey, this is a good question. Videos, question mark. Do you ever want to just bust out a day and not break the phone out to video? Yeah. Some days I do not want a video. And some days all I want to do is just keep it in my pocket, turn it off, and just like leave it off all day and just go. But, you know, I dug this video hole that I'm in, and I like doing it. But some days it's a struggle when you're just not feeling it. But after you start, like after I do a couple and in the day, it goes away. That feeling goes away. It's kind of like some days I don't really want to hike, but you know, I still do it because you can't just like, sometimes you got to force yourself to do stuff you don't want to do in life, and that makes it easier. The more you force yourself to do these things that you don't want to do, the easier it gets to do these things. But yeah, I have had a day or two where I'm just like, man, I just don't want to do any filming. But at the same time, I like doing it, and I couldn't imagine like just taking a break from doing it, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I should take one day and not do any videos and just hike and just like turn off my phone and not worry about doing any videos or anything. Maybe I will do that one day. I don't know. I kind of like doing the videos too, so who knows? I must have missed something here. Oh, history hunting with Tom. Will you do any green blazing on April 20th? Not sure. Katie, I'll be green blazing on April 20th. Oh, Keith Smith says day 25, the lightning storm. I gotcha. Yeah, that was pretty intense. Yeah, when lightning's firing all around you like that. Outdoor transient, what shoes you rocking, Hawk? I'm rocking the Ultra Olympus 4s. John Miller, good question, Katie. Yeah, about to bounce him before I hit the SOS. Yeah. Lee's Outdoors Adventures. I think I know the answer, but what's the plan after you summit Katahdin? What state will you be moving to? I can't say that either. That'll give it away. Yeah, I can't. I'm not giving that money. That hint would give it away. So, yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this little nugget I have because I'm not done with this one yet. I'm not gonna tell everybody, well, I'm gonna do this and do this and do this, and what happens if I don't finish this trail? Which, I mean, no, the only reason I wouldn't finish the AT, I'm pretty sure, is if I got hurt. So, but I bounce good, so we're good to go. Josh Charles says, I'm out of Sturgis, and I know there are better places as well. I watch your videos every morning and appreciate all your efforts and sharing your experiences with us. Thank you, Josh Charles. And I do plan on going back to Sturgis, Michigan. Like, after I'm done hiking this year, I would like to go back there and see some of my friends and hang out with a few people there. But I'm going to be living down in Elberton, Georgia. That's for sure. Marcel Massengill, do you see a lot of star action at night? Yeah, especially when you're camping up on ridges. Like, I like to camp up high with a view. Yeah, when I'm looking out my tent, some nights it's like really active out there. I was kind of hoping to get like a starry night on top of Tinker Cliffs, but ended up being a thunderstormy night, so you couldn't see any stars. I mean, you might have been able to see the stars when the lightning was flashing, but I don't think so. That's funny. Tropics, no possible hiking partner yet this Novo. Nobody doing your mileage. Nobody can keep up. Actually, there's people around me right now that are doing close to the same miles. There's actually a guy in front of me uphill. He did the PCT last year, and I met him like when we all stayed at War Spur Shelter. That's the night that I camped with him. So this is 3 days ago or something. And he is now 14 miles ahead of me. So, I mean, he's got a great pace. So you never know. I mean, it's never too late to start hiking with somebody. But when I hike with somebody for just a little bit, I'm like, man, I need to drop back and do a video or something. So I try to hike by myself during the day and see people at night. But I don't know, nothing has really clicked yet with anybody, so I'm going solo still. I like solo, so yeah, works out great. Eddie Lau says, hey, Katie, how's PR? Katie says, hey, everybody, PR is doing pretty good. He says, woof. PR hates that noise. Adam Anderson, watching from Amicola Falls Lodge. Nice. Tell the guy at the counter I said, what's happening? I forget his name, but he's a really cool guy. Yeah, tell him I said, what's up? He knows who I am. Patriot, Kenneth Burlington, what's up? Hawk, glad to see you just moseying and enjoying the trail. Wish I was back out there. Yeah, it's addicting. Once you start, it's hard to stop. Drew Watchell, hey Hawk, I was doing a section in Mass today and saw a thru hiker who started in Virginia. I asked him why he is already here because he thought no one could go faster than you. Yeah, right. That's funny. Eddie Lau says, have you had a lollipop this year yet? No, and I don't plan on having any. I might do a blow pop or something, but those big, massive gourmet suckers, I will probably never eat another one of those in my life. I had my good go with them, and that's over. Big John said, remember to download Peak Finder. You said you always forget. I do always forget. Maybe I'll do that after I get done with this. Margie Clark, we watch your journey when we have dinner most nights. What a way to live, Craig. Josh and my little brother Matt are going to hike the Virginia Triple Crown in August. Thanks for the inspiration. No problem. Margie Clark. I think I went to school there. Yeah, I did go to school there. And Josh. I think that's the same Clarks I'm thinking of. That's awesome. The Virginia Triple Crown, they'll love it. SM Bonayo. Have you met any of the other AT YouTubers on trail? Actually, I don't really know of too many people that are vlogging this year because I haven't really been keeping track. But I met Taylor. We didn't talk or anything. I don't even think she knew who I was, but I saw her. But that's about it. I think that's the only one I've saw so far this year. I don't know. Like I say, I'm having a hard time keeping track of everybody. There's so many people out here YouTube and their hikes nowadays that it's like, it's hard to keep track. Blair Emerson, hey Hawk, been following you on your hike and love the videos. I plan on doing the AT Novo next year. What's your best piece of advice for a newbie through hiker? Just take it easy and take it slow and then just enjoy it. So that's what my advice would be. There's no rush. If you start early enough, you got plenty of time to get to Katahdin. Some of these people around me right now are like, oh, I gotta go. It's like, not really. I mean, you got plenty of time to get there. I mean, but, you know, they'll realize that once they get done really fast and they'll be like, go home and like, man, I wish I was still out there. Why'd I go so fast? I should have slowed down. It happens to almost every thru hiker out there. They finish and they think, man, I wish I would have took longer. It happens. Jacqueline Henderson says, don't not video. Billy Miles says, thanks for toting the Garmin InReach. Not only does it let us know where you are, but also gives us a better appreciation of where you've been. Thanks, Billy Miles, and thanks for putting me up in the night of the Super 8. I appreciate it, buddy. Jeff Lester, what's up, Hawk? Glad to see the Daily Miles back up, and I'm cool with your rambling. My daily miles might go back down. I was thinking about just taking like, I don't know, it's 57 miles. I was thinking about taking 3 days to get to Glasgow. So yeah, I'm just gonna 20s, around 20s is what I'm trying to hover around, but sometimes I'm like, I get to 20 and I still got a bunch of daylight left. So I'm like, I'll just mosey a little more. And next thing you know, I'm at a marathon or something. So who knows? 20s are what I'm shooting for, but we'll see. Jim Dickey, well, we love that you do the videos. I look forward to you hitting New Hampshire. Me too. I love New Hampshire. CP Twin 2 Rider. I think you are doing a yo-yo again. After all, you are going for the record. You never know. Tropics says, force yourself into good habits and then it's normal. Hawk, you are a philosopher. Yeah. I may be like a philosopher, but I sound like a child when I talk. So you're not going to get the philosophical version of it. You're going to get the 5-year-old version of it. But that means the same. That's funny. That's funny, funny. B. Dickinson, bumholes bounce. 420 reefer. Just bought my lotto ticket. If I win, Hawk, you get a new sleeping bag. That'd be awesome. I hope you win. That'd be sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Mike Mahaney plans to do number 7 next year. You know, actually, I thought, because I'm going to have a pretty big year of hiking this year, what I thought about doing next year is not doing any long trails, but you never know. What I was planning on doing next year is doing some shorter trails, build out my van, go do a couple shorter trails, living in my van doing shorter trails, like the Arizona Trail, Colorado Trail, maybe like the Hayduke Trail, something like that. But next year, I have no plans as of right now to do any long trails, but you never know. I didn't plan on doing them this many years in a row anyways. Once you start, it's addicting, so you never know. But yeah, it's possible I could do number 7 next year, but I kind of want to build out my van and go do some smaller trails. We'll see. Janice Price says, you have just spoiled us with your regular videos. Taking a break from time to time would probably be good for us. That's funny. Jan Harvey says, T-Rex, my way, question mark. T-Rex, I haven't heard from him in a while. My way, he is actually back home now. He had some health issues, pulled him off trail fairly quick. So I just hope he's starting to feel better. That's all that matters. Being a thru hiker does not matter. Just take care of yourself. And my way, if you're watching this, I miss you, buddy, and I'll talk to you very soon. Miss you too, T-Rex. Ray Whelan, first-time viewer, enjoying it. Thanks, buddy. Keith Clark, you think you will catch up with Quicksand and Ultra soon? I have no idea. Maybe Quicksand. I don't even know Ultra Girl, really. I have no idea. I'm not trying to catch anybody, but if I had to guess, I will probably see Quicksand. But you never know. I haven't followed anybody since I left, so I really don't even know exactly where he's at. I don't think he's that far ahead of me. But like I said, if he's doing 2025s, it's hard to catch people doing 2025s when you're doing 2025s, unless they zero and you don't zero. And everybody knows I like to zero. So it's harder to catch people when you're zeroing. That's for sure. Here we go. Priscilla F. Do you prefer to hike alone, or is it that you haven't found that person? No, I like hiking. I like hiking alone during the day. I really do like hiking alone. And I'm not opposed to hiking with somebody else, but step for step, it's really not me. As far as like meeting up with somebody every day, I'm game with that. It's just, you gotta click with the right person. You gotta have like the same kind of mindset, same kind of mileage, same kind of budget. When it happens, it happens. It's hard to, like, everybody I know that comes out here and starts with somebody and plans to hike the whole trail with them, unless you're married together or something. Most time you're not going to be hiking together all the time, and most time you don't hike, you split up. I mean, it's different paces, different attitudes, different budget. A lot of things play a factor of when you finally do meet that person you're hiking with or your trail family. It's meant to be, because you've all got the same kind of style of hiking. You know, when you force hiking with somebody, like, it's not good for anybody. You just gotta let it happen. If it happens, it happens. Odin on the trail, what's happening, buddy? Ray Whelan, you give what day number you're on, but do you say what day it is? No, I don't. It's hard for me to even tell you what day of the week it is, let alone the date. All I'm trying to keep focused on is like what day this is for me on trail. As far as I could probably start saying the date in the beginning of my videos, but like if I was in the morning, if I just wake up, I'm looking at my phone, okay, there's the date. By the time I hit record, walk down the trail, say good morning, everybody, I would have already forgotten the date anyways. So, I mean, my videos are never more than a day behind where I'm at usually. So, yeah, it is easy to figure out. And then if you really want to figure out where I'm at, just go to like my live video and what day that was done. And well, that's where I'm at. I've been zeroing like every 10 days pretty much. At least I was kind of like looking at that today. Like every live I've done has pretty much been after 10 days of hiking, I'll zero, boom. I don't plan it. It just worked out that way. I think this time it was like 12 days before I zeroed, but a couple of those days were really short days. So, Dio O'Connell says, nice view off Mount Race Ledge. Big drop off there. Catch the view on the way through. Oh, I will. Trust me. Sharon Fox, good afternoon, Hawk from the Seattle, Washington area. That's awesome. Seattle. Priscilla F, have you ever thought of getting, oh, okay, you guys still there? That was tricky. Okay, Priscilla says, have you ever thought of getting a tattoo on trail? I'm planning a 2023 and thinking about it. Well, I also need to find space. I wouldn't get a tattoo while you're on trail because it's hard to keep it clean. I would wait till you get off trail to get one. When I got my AT tattoo on the back of my left calf, I got it like a week before I came out here, and I wish I wouldn't have done that. It was just tricky to keep it clean, and yeah, it's not a good idea to get a tattoo on trail because you got to keep it clean so it doesn't get infected. But as soon as you're done, I'd go get one. Ray Whelan, you will be passing close to my hometown of Lynchburg, Virginia, near Peaks of Otter, I think. I think so too. Jacqueline Henderson, you need to buy and run a hostel. It'd be a good gig. The Bird J, any plans on hooking up a quicksand? That would be cool. Yeah, if I see quicksand, I'm gonna like get a picture with him at least. But as far as like hiking with quicksand, we got different paces. It's just like something. I mean, I'd be game for hiking a couple days with him. But as far as like finishing the trail, you can't plan on hiking with somebody like that. Leonidas, what's happening, my friend? Jim Bickey said snacks this year. What are you liking this year? I've been really digging those Bueno bars. I'm eating quite a few of them, so I'm kind of like nervous I'm going to burn myself out on them. And I had a pack of Fruit Gushers the other day. Those were pretty good. But my problem is with Fruit Gushers, I can't just eat one package. I end up eating like the whole box. And the next thing you know, I've got heartburn from them. So I don't know. Spam packages, I've been on a kick on those too lately. I'm afraid to say what my favorite trail food is because I'm almost in that stage where I'm gonna have to start switching things up because what I've been eating since the start and what I'm still eating is starting to get a little bit old. And it's normal. You'll go through this on a hike, but yeah, I like to switch it up so I don't burn myself out. Because once you burn yourself out on something, it's hard to go back to it. Like peanut butter. I still can't eat peanut butter because I've burnt myself out to the extreme with that stuff. So Cliff bars, can't do those. Nutrition bars, I don't like anything down the nutritional bar area. Yeah, no, not for me. John Miller says, after seeing Dixie in Florida in the flat swamps, I can't picture you hiking with no view. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Drew Watchell, have you ever stayed at Blood Mountain Cabins? It's a must stay. I have stayed there 3 times. I like Blood Mountain Cabins. It's a great little place. Patriot Kenneth Burlington, what would you say is your favorite hostel or B&B on the AT? You know, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. I think as far as like cleanliness and like just like a place that like that feels like you're in this super clean, like cozy environment is probably the hostel in Maine. But then again, it's not for everybody. So if you really want the like the through hiker feel of a hostel, man, it's tricky because there's a lot of good ones. Weary Feet was good. Uncle Johnny's was good. Yeah, I like all the hostels, to be honest. I've never had a terrible experience. Well, the hiker hut, I guess, in Rangeley. I don't think I'll ever go back there. But every other place has been nice. I mean, they're all good in their own separate little way. John Hinman, how much does your food craving change? My food craving pretty much changes almost every other resupply. Like I think about switching stuff up, just because I know what it's like when you burn yourself out on something, and it's never good to do that because you're limited on what you can eat out here, and to burn yourself out on a couple of those things is like catastrophic. You're like, oh man, I can't eat this anymore. So I don't know. Okay, let me see here. Let me go back. Melissa Todd says, hope you do the CDT. Someday I will definitely do the CDT. Jeff Lester, gotta run. I'll catch you back on the trail in your next video. Be careful out there. Happy trails. Have a good night, Jeff. Roll Zuniga. What's your next big highlight after your Triple Crown you are looking forward to? I'm not even really looking forward to the Triple Crown. It's just a label. I mean, yeah, eventually I'd like to get to triple, but I mean, it's turned into something different for me. Like, that's just a label, just like through hiking. But I mean, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to being a Triple Crowner, but it's not like something I'm chasing like craziness. So I don't know. I just look forward to being out here as much as I can on any trail and living this lifestyle. That's what I look forward to, continuing this hiking lifestyle. Yeah, other than that, I care less where I'm at. Walk Tall says, I can't eat Cliff Bars. Nope, I can't do that anymore. Richie Evener, hi Hawk, the mileage you do is unreal. Do you know what the most elevation gain you've done in a day is? I don't keep track of that stuff. But I would say this year, probably the day that I went over Wyatt Tower, Wester Tower, down the NOC, up out of the NOC, that might have been one of my bigger elevation gains in one day, but I'm not sure. Hike with Mike, hey folks. John Miller, you ever get breakfast at Mountain Harbor on 19E? I have ate breakfast at Mountain Harbor on 19. You either go to Station 19 or you go to Mountain Harbor. Those are 2 hostels. In 2012, I went to Mountain Harbor, and that breakfast was amazing. You could take a picture of that thing. Probably would have made it in any food magazine. So yeah, I recommend the breakfast at Mountain Harbor for sure. It's like picture perfect. Walk tall, can't eat Mountain House biscuits and gravy either. Loved it, then hated it. I still like pretty much every Mountain House they make. I still like, which is kind of crazy. B. Dickinson, Becky's grandkids love to watch your videos with her. Hope to catch you when you get to PA. Yeah, I hope to run into you again too. Ernest Roundtree, toughest days so far this year. Toughest day that probably this year would be so far would probably be the Wya Wesser NOC day. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. That's debatable. I've done a couple of those crazy days with the elevation, like big massive days. So I don't know. I would say anything over 26 miles a day is tough. Marlene Simpson, what's happening? Malibu Sean, has the Perisburg closure been reopened yet? No, it has not. Hike with Mike, will you ever do the Florida Trail? Maybe later on in life, but not right now. James Burke, Hawk, have you ever carried out of town a steak or a whole chicken and fixed it right on trail? No, I've carried out hot dogs and stuff, but no steak. Priscilla, do you have support along the way up to Maine? If so, is there a state where support becomes or does not become difficult? Oh, is there a state where support becomes difficult? Not really. I mean, even without support, or to be honest, the trail is logistically, it's a piece of cake for me. Now, I do love people coming out and meeting me and supporting me on this hike, but I don't know. Can't think of a dead zone in there, really. The Hawk support team is everywhere, from Georgia to Maine, and I love it. And it's further than the Appalachian Trail. I just got to get out to these places. But I can't think of any, like, dead zone, really. Maybe there's a couple spots in, I don't know. I can't really think of any dead zone, I guess. But you never have too much Hawk Sport team members out there. So, I mean, it's great when I see them. Raul Zuniga. No, I meant Raul Zuninga. No, I meant what highlight on trail are you looking forward to next? Probably the highlight on trail I'm looking forward to next. And I try to look forward to something every single day. Because if you're like, there's always something cool you're going to see every day. But as far as like the next big thing, I'm trying to think. Kind of looking forward to the Shenandoahs, even though it's like the most unwildernessy place you can go. But they do have waysides and they got campground stores. So yeah, I don't know. I look forward to something every day. Well, I am looking forward to the whites in southern Maine, but that's so far away that I try not to even look for that. It's too far away. I try to look for the good in every single day. So Deborah Gracie, what's happening? Just saw you were live and want to say hello. No questions. 7 degrees in New Hampshire today. That's awesome. Priscilla, want to do some small trails up here in New England. We have some 200, 215 New England Trail and the Long Trail. I've done the Long Trail, and I would like to do the Long Trail again. I would like to go, yeah, I guess I would still go northbound on it. Or maybe I'd go southbound because it'd be easier to get off. to get back to civilization. Drew Watchell, if you ever need any help in the Mass area, give me a holler. You're going to have to remind me when I get closer to Mass. I can't keep track of everybody that wants to come out. So I say, give me like a week, like when I'm close to you, like a week or a couple days, that's the time to contact me. When you hit me up like, well, when you get to Maine, it's like, well, I can barely remember tomorrow, a couple days from now, let alone remember when I'm in Maine. Odin on the Trail says, today I hiked 5 miles. Nan said we were near the area where you went through the lightning. Yeah, right on a ridge. I hope you had fun, Odin, because that's a nice little area. Walker Tyler, have you given someone a trail name? I gave someone a trail name in 2012, but I've only gave one person a trail name. That was in 2012. This guy I named him Trotter because when he was like going down the mountain, he was like trotting like a horse. And I was like, holy cow. So he became Trotter. But other than that, I haven't named anybody. Most people get their trail names in the beginning when they're with like the same people day after day after day, which in the beginning, lately, I've been in real good shape and I don't see the same people twice until, like now when you get around this mile marker, like 700 mile marker, pretty much everybody's doing the same pace. So you're more likely to run into the same people because after this 700 miles or so, everybody's pretty much physically fit to do whatever they want to do. It's just if they want to do that or not. So, yeah. Go back here. Rick Carney, howdy hawk, in late, just a lazy, stupid question. You said in one of your vlogs you were wearing your R1 and your R1 tech face. What's the difference? So the R1 tech face has got a DWR water repellent thing on it. It makes it more like windproof, water resistant. That's the only difference that I could see. Oh, and my tech face is a full zip instead of 3/4 zip, but that's pretty much the only difference. It feels more like a jacket instead of like the R1 just feels like a base layer. Yeah. Dennis 65366, you can hit the waysides and get a blackberry shake. I sure am. That's a given. I will definitely be doing that. Deborah Bowman, what's happening? Give Mike some loving for me. Sue N 1965. Just watched someone do the Florida Trail. A lot of water and road walking. Yeah, I know. John Miller says Shenny's blackberry ice cream pie. Yeah, I know. Love the waysides for that. Bethany A, hello from Nashville. Your videos are always a pleasure to watch. Looks like this is where you belong. Yeah, kind of feels like home. Baskets. Tell Julie I said hey. Just got back from a rainy hike. Baskets did. Yeah, rain. It's raining out right now. It makes me feel good. I zeroed. Greg Shug. I enjoy watching your updates every day. Thank you. I think I'm all caught up on comments, which is pretty awesome. And I think I'm going to do a couple more questions and I'm going to bail out of here because it's already at an hour and 14 minutes. So Yeah, let me do a couple more questions here, and I'm gonna bust out and call it a day. Leonidas, I missed the beginning. I need to know a place to stay in Daleville, ending our next section there in June. Well, in Daleville, I would go to the Super 8. As soon as you come out on the trail, cross the road, the Super 8 is going to be right there on the right. It's super close, and it's a little cleaner and more desirable than the Howard Johnson. They have laundry here, and everything's within walking distance. So I would stay at the Super 8. But that's just me. I stay here every time I come through here because it's convenient. It's by everything. Okay. Aaron Atherton, my 9-year-old trail name Chit Chat and myself are hiking from Munson to New Hampshire in July. Could you give her a shout out? She'll be pumped. Chit Chat, have fun out there this year. From Munson to New Hampshire, that is awesome. And hopefully I'll see you out there. Oh, I don't think I will see you out there. Maybe, you never know. You never know. Baskets says best vids on the AT, man. Great stuff, Hawk. 0 days are important. Well, thank you, Baskets. That means a lot coming from somebody else that's vlogged the AT twice. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys are doing great. And hopefully I get to bump into you guys again. Paul Knox says, toughest AT section, question mark. The Smokies, question mark. The Smokies is definitely not the toughest. I would say the toughest section is either the Whites or Southern Maine. That would be my vote for the toughest sections. Lightwalker, what's up? Joe Fisher, have a great night, buddy. Thanks for coming up here today and seeing me, taking care of me. I appreciate you. Baron Haas, are you going to walk the Knife's Edge this year? For sure. If the weather is good when I go up there, that is the way I'm going down, the Knife's Edge. Well, unless I yo-yo. I'm just kidding, everybody. I don't plan on yo-yoing this year, but you never know. And if I do, I won't be going on the Knife's Edge. Maybe I'll yo-yo the Knife's Edge. Who knows? That's hilarious. I'm going to keep you guys on your toes. Deborah Bones says, what's up with the cough? I'm out of coffee drink, and I haven't talked this much in a while. My throat's super dry. So, yeah, when I'm on trail, I guess I do talk to myself on trail and video camera, but my throat's just really dry. I need to drink some more fluids. Trust me, it's not COVID. Okay, that's funny. Ricky Downwalker, love what you're doing, Hawk. Be safe from Stockton, California. That's awesome. Malibu Sean says, no fresh ground yet for you. Nope, he keeps missing me. No biggie, though. I've had fresh ground enough. Let everybody else get him. I don't need him. Melissa Todd says, wow, Maine's hard. Yep. Deborah Gracie, I didn't stay at the Super 8 because it was over $100 for the night. If you ask for the hiker discount, I think it's ended up being like 50 or 75 bucks a night here, so I'm not sure. Eric Small, where you at? I'm in Daleville, Virginia. Jim Dickey, have a good night. B. Dixon, have a good night. Baskets, have a good night. Melissa Todd, ouch, that's harsh. Don't need fresh ground. Well, I don't need it. I mean, he's always nice to have around. He's great for what he does for hikers out here is great. But I've had fresh ground way more than my fair share. So yeah, I'm really glad that everybody else is getting to experience it. So that's what it is. That's what I meant by that. And no, I don't really need fresh ground. I mean, It's nice when you get him, but I don't need him. Alrighty, guys. I think that's pretty much a wrap for today. Tomorrow morning, I'm heading out of Daleville sometime around, I don't know, 8, maybe 9 a.m., maybe 7 a.m. I don't really know. We'll see what time I wake up. Whatever time I wake up, I'm just going to pack up my backpack and I'm going to hit the trail. And it looks like 3 days to Glasgow. Unless I really, really push, then it'll be 2 days. But we'll see. I'm going to try to stay up on ridges, get service, get videos out, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks everybody for showing up for the live. It makes it a lot easier to do this when I have questions and people to interact with. So yeah, that's what it is. I think it's day 39. Live video from Daleville, Virginia. And that's going to be a wrap on the day. And I hope you guys had a great, great day. And I'll touch back with you guys in the morning. Oh, no, not in the morning. It'll be 2 mornings from now. So have a great night, everybody. And I'll get a video out as soon as I can, baby.